What's going on, everybody? This is Lady Luck. Y'all, I wanted to come on and do a quick reaction to this video that was sent to me from one of the supporters here in the Lady Luck Club. You fantastic supporters and members that I have. I want to thank you all for supporting the channel and for being a member, for every sub, for every like, for every view, whether you're a goon or not. I don't care. Thank you for adding to the algorithm, goons. But I just want to thank you all genuinely from the bottom of my heart for supporting this channel. I got sent this video called Surviving the Phuckery. World's Worst Mayor, Tiffany Henyard, ousted. Is this the end? Hashtag Super Mayor, hashtag Dalton Mayor, hashtag Chicago politics from the Surviving the Phuckery Channel. This is something else. And of course, they give their copyright fair use. Yeah, because everything we say here is our opinion. Unless we're reading facts. I mean, but I have my disclaimer. I put it in the description of my videos. So, y'all, I mean, this is something else. Since Jason House will be sworn in tomorrow, May 5th, 2025, as the new Dalton, Village of Dalton mayor, I thought it would just be befitting. And I want to say thank you to the supporter that sent it to me, because the timing of this is just fantastic. To go just react to this video. And this is, oh man, I'm trying to make sure I give credit to the correct. Yeah. All right. I think Skeeter or Karen sent this. Yeah, my camera went out earlier. Now it's just stalling on my emails, but shout out to the supporter that sent this to me, and my email is frozen. I want to be able to kind of thank you directly, but shout out to the fantastic supporter that sent this video and say, hey, you got to check this out, because JB has, Johnny Billionaire, aka Mr. Exclusive, aka Lavelle, aka Yum Yum, had his video posted up. We reacted to it yesterday during the live stream show, and we had a good time just enjoying the content, the creativity, and I mean the hilarity from start to finish, right? So I will set this to check out. You guys make sure you go on Surviving the Phuckery's channel. They have 22,000 subs. I'm gonna subscribe. There you go. And check out this video. This is something else. So credit to them. I haven't seen it. This is my first time watching it. So we're going to take a look at this. And like I said, it's very befitting because Jason House will be in, Super Stupid will be out. And I'm still going to report on her until she goes to prison. All right, let's get to it. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you're enjoying great content that is coming forth from the Lady Luck Club. I want to thank you all for helping this channel to grow, for the $400 studio that we, are bringing this great content from, and to all the supporters and subscribers and members. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you to all those who sent supers and cash apps and Zelle. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. The least I can do is make sure that 10 people get gifted membership. So I'm going to do that after this. I didn't forget. Time just kind of slipped past me. All right, let's get to it. Hey.
Welcome to Surviving the Phuckery, where we're just trying to survive all the fuckery that's going on in the world today. Now, in case you've been living under a rock, Tiffany, the unscrupulous, ghetto, self-titled Superman that we all love to hate, has been cast out by Dalton voters in favor of Jason House.
Yeah, that we all love to hate. I don't hate her. I have no respect for her. There's a difference. Yeah, these the toon animations and The AI videos on this is just epic. See how good AI could be when you just need a good laugh.
Who secured over 3,600 votes, while Tiffany, bless her little heart, barely managed to get over 500. And in this video, we are not only celebrating Jason's victory, but taking a walk down memory lane, highlighting some of the shenanigans that got Tiffany booted out. Now, that being said, enjoy.
Let's go.
4-time in the beginning.
Optimus, one more time.
In the beginning.
God, it's beginning. Beginning.
Before time in the beginning.
Okay. Somebody know something. Don't nobody know nothing? Nobody. Nobody? Trustees? Nobody? Somebody know something.
What?
Ain't that right, Jason?
Y'all, even Jason is laughing. He's probably more so laughing at her and not with her. But either way, he's laughing. Brittany's sitting right next to him, and she hadn't even looked up yet. This the video where she came in dressed as Nino Brown and claimed that she was trying to be like Martin, and Martin Lawrence was like, "Leave my name out your mouth, girl." It don't want nothing to do with that. Like, leave my name out your damn mouth. You are not trying to imitate me. Not Martin Lawrence. Hell no. Girl, please. Martin will do one epic 3-minute video roasting your ass. You and use his name in vain if you want to. Good luck to that.
I think you know something. I think that I was blindsided from the joke. I came in 2021.
Oh,
in
God.
2021, I was faced with a recall. So every year it was something else. Then they took me off the bank account.
Yep. She agreed to stay off of it. I feel like I have to continue to debunk that because it's in court documents. She agreed with her counsel to remain off of the bank account because she was writing checks that were not authorized or approved by the board. The same board that some dumb weirdos want to keep attacking without any legitimate reasoning. I'm still waiting on this whole notion that Jason House is under FBI investigation, because it's funny how he did not get named in a subpoena. I'm waiting on the documentation and proof of that. I mean, either, produce the information on calling your bluff and shut the hell up. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But look at all that she put them through. And you got them morons that's reiterating that nonsense. I don't care who doesn't like it. I'm going to keep speaking my mind. I'm going to keep saying exactly what they are. They're goons, morons, and trolls. Because they claim that people like, me and DWC somehow are sheep. But they literally don't even read and try to get their own perception. I didn't like her from day one. Guess what? I don't have to. She doesn't pay my bills. And then, oh man, I just love being able to call her out. So in honor of Jason House going in tomorrow, and I just in some 51% of me is saying that she's gonna act up. She's gonna just throw a full tantrum and just go full blown on being the ratchet person she is tomorrow and try to sabotage, the ceremony, all that good stuff. I told you all now. Make sure you have extra security and police that you can trust, because Dalton police and over there in South Holland, they suck. They suck ass. Get the Illinois police department, the Illinois state police in there, and some Cook County sheriffs up in there that have nothing to gain or lose. Make sure that that's secured, and because her goons are gonna try some nonsense because they ain't got nothing else to do.
Y'all know why we're here, right?
Don't anybody know nothing.
Oh Lord, Martin Lawrence is like,
Terry, Hannah, Angelique, come on. So nobody know nothing. So y'all don't know how they walked into a bank in New Orleans and hijacked the bank account.
No, they didn't. You did.
Nobody know nothing.
Once again, Her and her counsel agreed that she would remain off the account as signatory. She still had the access to be able to look at the account itself, pull bank statements, all that good stuff. When are the goons going to ask her, when you had access to the account, Tiffany, why you didn't, just post up the bank statement? Why you just didn't post it up, Because, they're cowards and they scared to just ask her flat out. Oh, super stupid. You can kiss my ass. All because she mad that they took her off the account, rightfully so. Writing checks.
I don't know how they took over the bank account for 8 months and they paid vendors. Resulting to $2 million. $2 million.
Yeah, because the vendors didn't have RFPs or contractual agreements, which is what the FBI wants now. Congratulations, super stupid. You're still dumb. And that FBI investigation is not going away because you lost in an epic fashion of epic proportions. Your ass lost. The FBI is not going anywhere. Doesn't eradicate the fact that you still went, signed checks that was not board approved. And now, where's the owner of Oak Construction? Yeah, that's right. One of the vendors that you just gave checks to without 2 signatures and without the board approval, based on local laws and state statutes. Where's the owner of that Oak Construction now? Oh, yeah, he's in prison for 5 years. You go out of your way to see him try to pay a criminal? Yeah, okay.
We owe vendors. Damn.
Is that Tanginique Miller?
I know you knew something. I know somebody knew something. Right? You know it. Yeah, that's my heart. Yeah, don't get hurt.
Is that the fraudulent bank documents you signed to have the village clerk removed?
$2 million, huh? My girl.
The village of Dalton, Illinois is losing it over their mayor, Tiffany Henyard. They want her gone, coining her the worst mayor ever.
You mean Super City Girl? Tiffany
Yeah.
Henyard? I have been following this story for weeks. She should have been in jail yesterday.
Yes!
And it wouldn't even be her first time there. She has embezzled hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. She has defrauded her taxpayers, and she has the city in a $7 million deficit. That's the tip of the iceberg.
Yep.
Her charity has been shut down by the state government after it was found out she spent tens of thousands of taxpayer dollars on nothing. Like
Her Tiffany Cares thing was a scam. Deemed a scam. The court had to order that it be shut down with a restraint. So, what? Why aren't the goons talking about that again? A court of law had to order her pyramid scheme, Tiffany Cares, be shut the hell down.
when she spent 10 grand on a weekend bicycle trip to the capital of
She's the
Illinois,
worst.
Springfield, in support of a bill that was never filed and the state legislation wasn't even in session. And the $17,000 that she spent on merch. She says that she doesn't have a foundation. She's not involved in it. Like, bestie, your name's
Dumbest lie
There's
ever.
the small fact that her personal security detail works not just double overtime, but triple overtime, often clocking as much as 200 hours in a single 2-week pay period,
Crazy.
which is usually 80. And one guy clocked 303 hours. Should we talk about the Vegas thing?
Yeah.
She
Oh
flew
my
first
God.
class to Vegas on the town's card, racked up over $8,000 in hotel costs with zero business justification or even explanation about what they were doing there. There's also
Exactly.
a lawsuit and FBI investigation into the SA that occurred there to her personal assistant, who she then fired immediately after reporting it. But wait, there's more. Shuts down businesses that do not financially support her campaigns, and she hires child predators. But it's Illinois, so of course a corrupt politician isn't in jail.
I'm starving the boys.
Yeah, so this is my thing here with the police officer Miles. It's one of the things that we have to overcome as human beings in general. We have to overcome the fear of holding people accountable. Because I know I have said in a couple videos covering the lawsuit itself, I actually have a copy of both Officer Miles and Fania Duke's lawsuit. And I know I went over the lawsuits in a video a few months back. It's in the super stupid playlist. And one of the things I said was, Officer Miles, being a sworn officer of the law, the moment he got the call from he who will not be named in Lady Luck Club and saw the video where now you have a visual of this nasty man in there with Fania Dukes, he could have put that video on pause, be like, hey, bro, let me go to the bathroom right quick and I'll be right back. Understandable. Put him on hold for 2-3 good minutes. And then when he came back on video, he should have been standing outside of that hotel door where Fania Dukes was inside. Even if he wanted to do like a welfare check just to have an excuse to knock on the door to check on her. He's an officer. He should have just said anything he needed to say to at least be able to lay eyes on her and to get her, confirmation that she's okay. Because that's exactly what I would have done. Hell, he's a sworn officer of the law. He has arrest powers. And guess what else could have happened? While he who not named on hold for 2-3 good minutes, while he allegedly go to the bathroom, because this is in my mind, this is something I would have gotten clever. This is the opportunity to be clever and witty and think outside the box. To go up there to that hotel room. They were staying in the same hotel. I'm sure he knew the room number. He could have went up there. He who would not be named would have not even known. And once he got back on that video, Officer Miles could have been like, okay, I need to lay eyes on her. Even if he had to say something about her, because she was asleep in the background, you can actually hear audible, sleep sounds like snore, I think. Even if he had, said something along the lines of, I'm concerned about her breathing and stuff. It sounds like something's off. I know her very well, and this kind of, I'm concerned about her in the background. Sounds like she's not able to breathe properly, something to that extent, right? Because in his mind, I'm sure he knew he could not imagine her being in that type of situation with that nasty man, especially if Officer Miles knew the dynamics between those two was like a uncle and niece sort of thing. Like she looked up to him in that type of role. So if that would have been enough to say, this doesn't seem right, because I know her better than this. And I think their relationship is not where I would expect this to happen. And then you have he who will not be named doing a video. You're on video now. You bragging about this like you 16 years old. Who calls a cop, a police officer, a sworn officer of the law, and says, I just got through, and all this and blah, 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 and wah, wah, wah. Like who calls a police officer to brag about that? As old and ugly as he is. Who does that? The only thing I can think of is he did it because he knew that this officer wasn't going to do a damn thing about it. That's how ridiculous that is. And it's like, well, don't get on him too bad, and don't attack him. No, he needs to know the truth. So not just for him, any other police officer moving forward, if you're ever put in that situation, you get a dumbass video conference call sort of thing from somebody like that, doing what they did, bragging about it, making it publicly known. That could have been a form of revenge, P-word, P-O-R-N. And that these people aren't really on that level. You don't expect that to happen. Or you think your intuition is telling you something's not right. Take action. This is why we hold people accountable, so that others can see what to do and what not to do moving forward. Other police officers can discern. This doesn't seem right. Let me try to come up with a way to get at least a welfare check done, and at least get him to open the door, and then have her come to the door and confirm she's okay, because this is weird as hell. He could have did that much. Let's not take away all the accountability here. And I say that with just sincerity, is not to attack him. But if we can't correct each other, when something is just absolutely blatant, then what are we doing? We can't give, JB Lavelle grace, and he answered to the things that he's done. He paid the price for it. He paid the consequences. He served his time in prison. We can't give him grace on what Super chose to do. But no one wants to tell Officer Miles that he could have had Las Vegas Police Department there in like 5 minutes. And at the very least, got in front of that door. And that would have ensured that he who would not be named couldn't have done anything. He couldn't have left and escaped out the room. Would not have even seen that coming. And you could have went to that hotel room, knocked on the door. I need you to open the door because this is weird and she's breathing weird. And I just want to make sure she's okay. I want to do a welfare check and I need to lay eyes on her. And I want her to tell me she's okay. And then I will go back to my room and sleep peacefully. On the night he got that video call. No, he waited till they went back to Dalton, Illinois to tell her something. And then, unfortunately, Vanilla believing that Super Stupid was a friend. Didn't go to the police, which honestly, let's be honest, would Dalton Police Department have really done anything? I mean, they're responsible for wrongful deaths here, costing the village over 25, 30 plus $1 million. But Las Vegas PD probably would have. If that would have been reported while she was there, she should have been taken to the hospital. A rape kit should have been done on her. And a police complaint should have been filed. And then a sworn officer of the law could have facilitated that whole thing from start to finish. So I'm going to speak the truth on this. This is not to attack them. This is a learning lesson for any other future police officers moving forward. If you know that something is off, act on it. Even if it turns out to be something consensual and everything's okay, blah, 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 at least you did something. But he called him because he knew Officer Miles probably was not going to say or do anything. And when he did, you're talking about 2-3 weeks after the fact. They done already came and gone. So that's just my 2 cents on this. And my opinion of it is not going to change. And if we can't hold each other accountable the right way, then I'm not going to say what's the point, but it just kind of nullifies his lawsuit against the police and against Super Stupid when he had the authority and the ability to do something right then and there. The moment that video came up, he could have screen recorded it, put that man on hold, said anything, because, police officers lie anyway. Say, I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Taking about 3-4 minutes, throw on some clothes, some sweats, get your gun, your badge, and some handcuffs, and went up there to that room and did a welfare check. Even if that's all he did, that should have been done at the least bit, because you knew these two more than likely would have never, on her own accord, she would have never thought to do something like that with this piece of crap. And I think he knew that. So, that, I'm just going to speak my mind on it. That's it. You don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. Because that to me is just obvious. It's obvious. All right, moving on.
Being the people that put me in office and treat me like it's illegal. Y'all ready for this? I'm being the people that put me in office and treat me like it's illegal. To feed the people, to feed the people. I gave back to the community and I cleaned the streets up. What? Do y'all see who back out here acting a fool? You guessed it. My mayor, the mayor, Tiffany. What is wrong with you? Why would you make a music video? Did y'all see the music
He's an
video?
idiot.
The lady is crazy.
I don't think he went to school nowhere. If he went to school, he didn't learn nothing.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Oh, that's good.
In South Suburban Dalton, voters casting ballots in this consequential election.
It is a must
must amongst me and all my neighbors that we came out and voted today. It was not an option. It was a requirement.
I hope this will be a renowned day. I really do. I hope it be something we can talk about good, later on after the election is over.
This afternoon, incumbent Mayor Tiffany Henyard arriving at her polling place amid a heavy presence of Cook County Sheriff's officers.
She can come in, but no media, period.
ABC 7 allowed inside as Mayor Henyard cast her vote. The embattled
First of all, let's the media has the right to free press. You're talking about a election polling place. Media goes in all the time. They just can't record like the ballots or anything like that. But who is this clown talking about no media, period? Really? Even though the media still came in because he's absolutely wrong. What the hell?
First-term village president feeling good about her chances.
I am confident that I will have a landslide this evening. My residents do
the delusion.
Fake news, not showing the good that I do in the community, because I do a ton of good.
The election pits Henyard, who's under FBI scrutiny for her handling of Dalton finances, against current Dalton trustee Jason House, who 4 years ago ran on Henyard's
media in there too.
It's been 4 years of frustration, and not just for myself. Most importantly, it's for the residents, and they've been feeling all of the frustration and disappointment.
Yeah.
Henyard's political future could rest on tonight's results. She also serves as Thornton Township supervisor and was in the middle of last month's Board of Trustees meeting. Her re-election bid for Township supervisor faltered after a Democratic caucus left her off the April ballot. What might she do if she loses tonight's primary?
I might run for something bigger. You never know.
Yeah,
I can't wait till the results come in.
Run from the FBI if you want to.
I'm going to come in by a landslide, and when I do, the people will speak.
You know what? I'm going to put some blame on her dumbass goons for simply not telling her the truth. Who the hell does she listen to at this point, other than the voices in her head? Who does she take instruction from? Because she's definitely not taking any guidance from God or anything. She just throws it out there like throw God out there like a euphemism, like just weaponizing Christianity and God and all this stuff because she, and I'm a Christian. I ain't perfect, but I recognize that. But she weaponizes the Christianity to try to invoke sympathy and empathy, hoping people will just let her slide, because for some reason, Christians believe, some, not all, that you should just ignore people when they're in there doing wrong. Just look away. The Bible speaks of a loving judging of character and actions. A loving way, a way where you can, bring correction to someone, to correct them when they're doing wrong without trying to play the role of God when it comes to judgment. Those are two different things. And there are scriptures to back that up. And these same hypocritical Christians sit here and they'll do all this nonsense that they do. And they think people are supposed to just overlook it, for reasons. It's baffling to me. The hypocrisy of it all. Man, they should have told her the truth. This is ridiculous. The delusion.
TikTok time's running out. Soon to be voted out, no doubt. Tiffany playing with the people's cash, but the city fed up, now they talking back. Hot interest Tahoe, she riding in style, but the budget looking worse than a minute in a while. Illegally building no permanent site. Skating rink up, but it still ain't right. Swiping up cars, 43K in flash. Amazon love, Google foot in the tab. Overpriced trips, first class in the stop, but the people back home barely getting by. Feed the people, yeah, that's what she say, but most of that food came free anyway. Took tax money just to cover the rest. Lying to
exactly.
Cashing them checks. Televised countdown, time to go.
Tax dollars and the Chicago Food Depository, none of which comes out of her damn pocket. And in the words of Mr. CKB, a lawyer, a particular lawyer, produce the receipts if you bought and grocery to give out in those food drives. You weird Ewok of an alien. Produce the receipts. All that talk and no action. And we all just sitting here calling bluffs. I'm still waiting. Yep. Produce the receipts. Okay.
See, standing up, let the truth be told. No more schemes, no more lies. Say goodbye, watch your proper demise. Lullabies count down, time to go. See, standing up, let the truth be told. No more schemes, no more lies. Say goodbye, watch your proper demise. Luxury life, but the town's still struggling. $1 million flights, tax dollars, she juggling. Talk about justice, but left her behind.
It's the Dave Chappelle dance.
A woman cried out, where was she then? Too busy flexing, pretending to friends. Now the people done had enough. TikTok time's up, pack it up.
Yep.
A few moments later.
Breaking news as we come on the air tonight. It appears Tiffany Henyard is out. Thanks for joining us. I'm Scott Schneider.
I'm Dawn Hasbrook. Our Dane Placco has been the leader in breaking news on all of the Dalton drama. Dane, this sounds like a shocker.
Yeah, Tiffany Henyard didn't just lose tonight. You might call this a political annihilation. Her opponent, trustee Jason House.
I'm sorry, did the news lady say this sounds like a shocker? No, it ain't. I'm sorry. No, it isn't. This is not a shocker. This was an expectation.
Our Dane Placco has been the leader in breaking news on all of the Dalton drama. Dane, this sounds like a shocker.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah, Tiffany Henyard didn't just lose tonight. You might call this a political annihilation. Her opponent, trustee Jason House.
I call it a shellacking, an ass whooping, a beatdown. It's just an epic action that had to occur. I call it inevitable. I call it many of things. A shocker is not a term I would use to describe this. Not at all.
Getting a 7-1 margin on over her tonight. House with 87.9% of the 4,400 votes cast here today. Henyard getting just 12% of the vote. Those numbers came in fast this evening, sparking a huge celebration here at House's campaign headquarters.
Super servant.
An explosion of cheers and emotion tonight as the numbers started coming in, showing Jason House and his slate winning in a landslide. Some people even started dancing. Tonight's election effectively signals the end of the 4-year tumultuous term of.
Some people dance. I ran around the house and did a toast.
Mayor Tiffany Henyard, who garnered national attention for her lavish spending, personal perks, and questionable contracts, all of which are now at the center of an FBI investigation. The past few months in Dalton have been political chaos with canceled meetings, a no-show mayor, even a fistfight at the Thornton Township meeting where Henyard is also the elected supervisor. House telling the crowd tonight that Dalton's nightmare is finally over.
Yeah.
We faced 4 years of intimidation, 4 years of failure, and tonight is the new day for the community as all.
We have suffered for 4 years, and now victory. We are claiming victory today is ours.
Henyard is out.
We danced all night, y'all, all night.
I ran around the house. Y'all look at Jason House. Look at him. Look at him. Yeah, this is so epic. So epic. He got amped. Y'all, if I have to edit my video, it's going to be the silence this music that's heavily copyrighted. And we're what? Worldwide no? I mean, come on. Play any music in between that, please. Yeah, I'm muted. Just I don't.
Y'all remember the ghetto super mayor, Miss Tiffany Henyard? Well, guess what recently just happened to her? Oh yeah, she just lost by a landslide. Look at that. Tiffany Henyard got 12% of the vote in Dalton, with 536 people voting for her. And her opponent, Jason House, got 3,896 votes, which means her reign as the super mayor of Dalton, Illinois,
been dethroned.
I mean, I expected this to happen.
You know what's so crazy? And I have to keep pointing this out. There's more than just 4 or 5 of us talking about super stupid here. I may have called her super stupid. Pete Book Lessons calls her Tiffany Teflon Tahoe Super City Girl, man. All that in between. You got a couple other YouTubers call her, I think All in the Q calls her a little stank. Little stank. Everybody gave her a really unique nickname that she might not like. None of them. But yet, only 3 or 4 channels keep getting called out and just, somehow it's just so vile. Go to hell.
I mean, this is no surprise to me whatsoever because she has been in so much negative press and so much controversy.
All the people reporting on her.
Dollars on these lavish vacations, this, that, and the third. And she probably thought this would not backfire on her. And it absolutely.
Oh, it did it.
Fuck do you get a job and fuck up everything? Everything.
People told me they believe this is a new day for Dalton.
Oh, I'm so tired you can't win in this.
So much controversy. Spending taxpayer dollars on these lavish vacations, this, that, and the third.
Oh, yeah.
And she probably thought this would not backfire on her. And it
oh, my God.
Did.
Fuck do you get a job and fuck up everything? Everything.
People told me they believe this is a new day for Dalton. Decision day in the village of Dalton.
Oh, my God.
With senior trustee Jason House and his Clean House 2025 slate victorious in the Democratic primary for mayor. Incumbent Tiffany Henyard garnered 12% of the vote, while House garnered 87%. House's team declared victory shortly before 7:30.
Transparency starts today. It's a mandate. The community demanded it. We're up for the challenge.
Question. Jason House, 2 things. Can you please overhaul the Dalton Police Department? And 2, can you please post up that agreement? The contracted the collective bargaining agreement with the firefighters, all 62 pages. Can you please post that up or email it to me at LadyLuckClubLLC@yahoo.com? I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Henyard is under federal investigation. She's accused of questionable spending and retaliation. She did not make an appearance at her election night location, but we were told she would send a statement. With 17 precincts reporting, this primary election saw 4,446 ballots cast, which is higher than 4 years ago. Here's what voters were saying tonight.
Grateful for the residents, everybody coming to exercise their right to vote.
Yep.
We did it.
I just can't say enough about this.
You have a terrific staff in here that's going to come in here, and they are going to clean house.
Hey.
Tell them breathe. Let them boys to the cross, they walk around like tees. What's up with this Antonio? Trying to see Compton in the street and hate.
I'm gonna have to. Oh Lord.
Mayor-elect Jason House, congratulations on your win tonight. You're live on CBS News Chicago. Let's talk about it. 80.
Might have to blur that music out.
The voters decided. How do you feel tonight, sir?
I feel ecstatic. The voters have spoken. They've spoken in a loud way, and I've said it before, and I'll always say it. This does not represent Dalton. We had one rogue individual. I'm sure Dalton is proud, and we are happy that we're ready to change
it. You have been campaigning.
Now, can y'all just listen to the audible difference between Jason House and anything with super stupid in a video? First of all, he's using just superb grammar English. Good grammar, good English, right? Secondly, he's not gloating about it. He's still, because he could be standing here going in. Somehow probably would have roasted her ass right then and there. He would have caught an epic roast session from me of all this shit she put these trustees through. Included Jason House, because he was mayor pro temp for a while. I would have taken every opportunity I could to roast her ass on national television. Because he's still trying to be humble about it. But Jason House, what you can't be is a pushover. You can't do that. You got to overhaul the Dalton Police Department. You're going to have to do something with Stan Brown and Keith Freeman. And, just continue with all the transparency. Post up information the public wants to know, that the public have been wanting to know for 4 years, especially the residents. Mighty funny how the goons keep saying, you know, all the people that don't like her outside in. Now, them 3,800 votes also felt the same way. It's not like it was close. And you can tell this distinct difference where, you know, most people that still want to kind of keep her in that position. No, she got 536 votes. He's got over 3,800. And no, I had no stake in the game, but I'm going to keep reporting on her until she goes to prison. This is so funny. He carries this well. He's not gloating. He's not bragging. He's not sitting here talking about, oh yeah, nah. Hey, goodbye. You know, we did it. We beat the recall. No, that's just a sign that no one wanted you. So they came back again on the polls. And they made sure they solidify your epic whoop ass at the ballot box. Jason Eyes, you know, congratulations to you, but I don't know how you have this much patience to not stand there and say a couple jabs. You know, that would have been just as entertaining, and I would have been okay with that. But either way, he wears this well. He's still being humble.
For some time, but it's one thing to see the amount of people who came out. Your challenger, Mayor Tiffany Henyard, did not even get 1,000 votes. What does that say overall to the message that you had going, sir?
Well, it's not the message. It's the message that the people have said. The people have said we're fed up. They expect more, and they're going to expect more from this administration or from the future administrations. I'm proud of the residents of Dalton. I think their voice has been heard very loud and clear.
Let's talk about it. I mean, it's been there was a lot of things said about you. And things that
in this
campaign from the Mayor Tiffany Henyard
stuff said
as
about
now
him.
The title Mayor-elect Jason House. How does this feel? Has it sunk in?
Well, it hasn't sunk in, and it's I'm the Democratic nominee.
I understand.
There's one more race to be run. We can't put the cart before the horse.
See, the cluckery walking around talking about, oh, you know, people thought he won the mayor. People thought that, but he didn't. He never said he actually was the mayor. Said he was Democratic elect. He says it right here. Funny how mountains, somehow molehills become mountains because reasons. As I said, look at him. He wearing a black jacket. And somehow that's a problem.
Of course. And we're just proud of our team, proud of the campaign staff, proud of the volunteers, proud of the residents for showing up.
Yep. You said when I talked to you earlier today that you would reach out to Mayor Tiffany Henyard if you prevail. Has there been any conversation? Has she reached out to you, sir?
She has not reached out to me. And candidly, you gave me some numbers that I didn't know. I knew that we were ahead, of course, but I didn't know the numbers. I'm still going to get in with the team and assess where we're at, what we have to do for our next steps.
All right. How optimistic are you that you can also prevail in this general election in April?
I'm equally as optimistic. Our team has been working. The trustees, myself.
There was another shellac. There was another shellacking from the cluckery as well. He mollywopped her. She wasn't even a thought. 52 votes. Oh my God. Of all that he went through. See, oh my God. Some people are just meant to be. I'm telling you right now, I am never, ever going to be a politician of any sort. Nope. I'm too honest and direct. I will most certainly probably be recalled if I were ever to be a mayor of anything. Because I'm just blunt and direct. Yeah. I mean, I know how to be professional, but I still am going to say what needs to be said. And I don't bite my tongue or mince words. So he's definitely somebody that's more mild-mannered and temperate and can handle this type of position. You know, he's been a trustee for at least 8 good years. And aside from him being able to, he's done a lot as mayor pro tem. So if the things he's done that's documented in videos and on paper is not sufficient enough to show what he will do as a mayor, then you really are a goon. You don't have a brain. You can kick rocks and go to hell.
We'll continue to do that. And I feel that's what we demonstrated, and that's what we're working towards.
My final question to you. If you can tell Mayor Henyard anything at this moment, what do you tell her, sir?
I would say the same thing to her as any other elected officials. Listen to the voices of the residents.
Is there anything in hindsight that you would have done differently over these last 4 years?
Yeah, I would have told one of the trustees.
But
to say what? I'm curious to know that, because you falsely accused Jason House of being under FBI investigation. And yet, funny how he was not named in the FBI subpoenas. None of them. We're talking about it 3 at least. 4. FBI subpoenas, plural. And he's not named in any one of them. So, like I said, produce some evidence to show that he is under FBI investigation. I'll report on it myself. Send me the FBI subpoena.
But nothing, you don't think you've contributed in any way to your political problem?
I think that people didn't give me a chance.
You had 4 years, idiot. It's no friend.
Nonsense.
Nonsense. Yeah, that was epic. Hold on. She told people to get her a chance. You brainless chicken. You had 4 years. And then you claim you beat a recall, which wasn't a win for you. It was a technical issue. The judge noted it in court documents. That wasn't a win. So you sat there for 4 years. You bragged about, being able to still retain the position. And I blame the attorneys for that. They should have educated the trustees and gave them more guidance on how to do the recall properly. I mean, they went to law school. They were the ones that were supposed to just be neutral, impartial, and aid the trustees in drafting the recall petition and making sure that everything was in order. The judge even noted that. That's a matter of legality. You have attorneys there for a reason, and none of them goons could sit down and help the trustees do an effective recall that would not have been, appealed. Like, seriously. All over one part of a voting process that was not done. That's not a win. That's a technical error. You got lucky, and you still took advantage of that and did nothing but take more money and not produce and receipt or invoice over the money you spent. You still gave out work to these weird ass contractors with no RFPs or contracts. And now the FBI is wondering what the hell these documents at, or otherwise you violated federal statutes and you got it coming.
Nonsense.
Nonsense. Oh my God. Oh, yay. Y'all. Yeah, this is a oh man. Surviving the Phuckery, you killing me with this video. it's good. It's just the copyright music. You're killing me right now. All right, I'm gonna have to mute this while it plays a little bit more because I really don't want this to be copyrighted. Oh my God. This AI is something else, y'all. You know what? She's on a losing train to Georgia. Oh, he's leaving on that midnight train to Georgia. Oh, what a clown she is. Hey now, look. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. I'm sure that's what they just played. EBS.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message. You gone, bitch.
Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video entertaining
and
received any kind of enjoyment from watching it, please subscribe, share it with others.
This is something else.
Notification bell. And most importantly, don't forget to smash that like button and leave a comment.
Smash it.
It truly makes a difference. YouTube's algorithms thrive on engagement.
Yes,
and
it does.
Your support ensures these videos reach a wider audience.
Yep.
It's worth mentioning that YouTube doesn't directly compensate creators like me for content. So if you'd like to support the channel, consider making a donation through the Cash App Provider Club. Your donations will go towards me having the time to create more videos for your enjoyment. Now, with all that being said, peace, and thank you for being a part of the Surviving the Phuckery community.
Yeah, this was epic. This was epic. This is so good. Make sure you guys check out Surviving the Phuckery. And subscribe to the channel. Check out their content. They got 22,000 subs. That's pretty good. 8 or 9 likes on that video. It should be viral right now. So this is epic. I enjoyed this. I hope you all enjoyed this. This was good. Thank you for sending this my way because I had a good time. I had a good time. That was a good laugh. This was 50 minutes long and it was well worth it. Whatever. You listen, you guys can always speed up the actual playback speed on the video. So sometimes I when I go back, because I watch some of my videos to make sure I just kind of critique myself and take notes and try to do better. And listen, I put it on 1.5 speed automatically because I know I have a lot to say, but this was well worth the 50 minutes it took to do this. Put it on 1.5 speed. It might be funnier. This is good. Well done. Listen, you guys, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you're enjoying what we're doing here in the Lady Luck Club, and consider becoming a member. I'm sure this video is going to have to be muted with the copyright music in the background. So if I even have to eventually clip it, please make sure you check out the original. I have the link to the video in the description of this video. And you guys, like I said, can watch the full video on the Surviving the Phuckery Channel with a PH, not an F. I wanted it to make a difference to say this is fair use. It doesn't make a difference. Sometimes it don't. They're just kind of, I've learned that from experience. All right. You guys, make sure you have a good evening. Take care of yourselves and each other. Share this video, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Shout out to all the great mods, all of the supporters, all of the members here in the LLC, to those who have contributed through Cash App, through Zelle, through the supers. Thank you so much. Mike, I appreciate you. I did a live stream earlier and I did not see he had gifted a membership. So I appreciate you, Mike, and I thank you so much for gifting that membership. And to the rest of you, just please, 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 make sure if you're a member, check out all the great content and check out other content that I have on my channel, because I've been at this for almost 4 years. I have more content than just super stupid, but that doesn't mean I'm going to start reporting on. You don't have to like it. Kiss my ass if you don't. Once she goes to prison and whatever ruling she gets, then my work will be with her will be done. Then, till then, I'm not going anywhere. And until the next one, Lady Luck out. Deuces.